What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Gordon and his interview he did with TMZ about his situation or his soon-to-be divorce or separation with Mia. I'm going to play the audio of that interview as well as the audio of Dr. Heavenly and Quad talking about how Quad feels about Dr. G and Leticia being a part of Married to Medicine. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about Quad and Dr. Heavenly. So I'm going to put the link below for Dr. Heavenly's video that I'm talking about so you guys can go. All right, y'all. So first up, we're going to talk about Dr. Heavenly and Quad. So Dr. Heavenly had Quad on her channel, and the link to that video is in the description bar below if you would like to watch it in its entirety. It's like almost an hour and like 40 minutes. But the clip that's been going around that's been pretty much viral is Dr. Heavenly asking Quad about how she felt how she felt about Dr. G and Leticia being on the show. So I'm going to play the audio of that clip and then we're going to discuss.
It's no secret that this is the first time, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, that we've had a reality TV show somebody go through a tumultuous marriage, get a divorce, and then bring back the husband and then the new fiance, which turns into his new wife.
Right.
That's unprecedented. How do you feel about them doing that?
Well, I honestly, I got to keep it real with you. And all the things that you noted and stated have been absolutely true just a moment ago, for sure, in reference to what I've been through and what we see with the ex-husband and the new wife on the show. I feel disrespected. I feel disrespected. And it's though the conversation was never had with me, and I've been a staple on the show since conception. And so, just knowing that it wasn't a pleasant marriage and people kind of having some understanding and some insight about what transpired in our marriage. And clearly we sat there in New York on the stage with Andy Cohen, and we were very authentic and very real and raw. And so things were stated there. And I just feel like, where was the respect for me when this decision was made? And I know my cast members don't make this decision.
Right. We definitely
you all don't make the decision.
But
all right, y'all. So you just heard the audio between Dr. Heavenly and Quad as they discuss season 10, and this portion of that hour and 30-minute long conversation they discuss Quad's feelings about Dr. Gregory and Leticia being added to Married to Medicine while Quad is still on the show. So Quad's feelings, I think, are valid. I think they're definitely valid, but I've been seeing 3 types of discourse online, and I want to talk about them. The first one is a lot of people siding with Quad. There's a large portion of the fan base of Married to Medicine siding with Quad, where they're like, I'm not watching the show. What the network did to Quad and what the ladies are doing to her is utterly disgusting, is disrespectful, it's wrong, and so on and so forth. And I can understand those fans' point of view. I honestly think Quad is valid. What's the word I'm looking for? Her feelings are valid. Like, if she feels disrespected, she has every right to voice her concerns, to voice how she's feeling. And it seems like she feels more disrespected by the network than the cast. And maybe when the show is airing or the season 10 is airing, she might voice her concerns about the cast and how she's feeling about them. But right now, it seems like she's more frustrated and upset with production because it does not seem that they gave her a heads up about what was going on. So I can understand fans who are supporting Quad feeling like, yeah, they're wrong, because it's like, yeah, she's been a part of this show since season 1. Y'all could have sat down with her and told her what was up. But we also know and have a base level of understanding about how tumultuous Dr. G's and Quad's relationship was. It seemed like they had very high highs and very low lows. And we do know about the physical altercation that took place between them earlier on in the marriage, where they ended up having, I think both of them got arrested. Because I remember seeing 2 mug shots with both of them in it. So we know what's going on. So I understand people feeling uncomfortable or feeling triggered by Dr. G's presence and Leticia's presence being on the show. The second voice, or the second like thought or fraction of fans that I've been seeing, are those who love them some Mariah, some Miss Mariah, who have been voicing their opinions about Quad and her feelings, where they're just kind of like, well, what did she expect? If the network wasn't loyal to Mariah, the person who brought this show to fruition or gave Bravo this idea, or this production company this idea, why would you think that they would be loyal to you, Quad? And I can understand their thought process as well, where it's like, yeah, that is kind of true. Like, the person who started all of this wasn't even protected or respected. And the ladies did ice her out. And mind you, back when that was happening, I was okay with them icing Mariah out because she got on my nerves. But I do understand looking like back and like looking at everything that like, yeah, why would you expect them to give you that much loyalty when they couldn't give Mariah that loyalty? And the third voice that I've been seeing and hearing is people feeling like it's reality TV, expect the unexpected. There's no loyalty in this reality TV game. And for me, if I'm, conjoining and adding all my thoughts together, I agree with everybody. I can understand Quad feeling disrespected, and I feel like she's justified in feeling disrespected, because it's like, hey, she has been a part of this show since season 1. The network owed her to sit down and talk to her and let her know this is the way that they're moving now, and you can either get on or get lost, or we could pay you more. I also understand people that support Mariah being like, or just don't like Quad, just being like, well, if they didn't have loyalty to Mariah, why would you think that they would give you that when she was the one that created or gave, brought this show to this production company? So it's like, if they couldn't even give the creator the loyalty and respect, you as someone, even though you've been here since season 1, why would you think they would automatically give that to you? And also I can see people, the third opinion of people being like, well, why still be a part of a show that is disrespecting you? And why wouldn't you expect this to happen? Because, expect the unexpected. You know what I mean? So I feel like all 3 of these can coexist at the same time. We're just going to have to see how season 10 plays out. I don't think there's going to be a lot of fights between Leticia and Quad, because Quad wasn't really filming in the beginning of the season. I am surprised that Leticia is not a friend of the show, that she actually is a full-time cast member, but we'll see. Side note, y'all, before we get into this foolishness with G, did y'all know Leticia is 32? I'm surprised, because I thought that lady was in her 40s. And I'm not trying to be shady, because if I wanted to be shady, I would be shady the way I shade Mia. Because Mia says she's 38, but it's giving 45. Okay? But I really thought this lady was in her 40s. I really did. I came across an article when I was looking for pictures to use for a thumbnail. And it was like a Bravo article where it's like the 32-year-old native, I think it said from Arkansas or Kansas. I said 32. And then I remember watching the Ooh Ladies First panel that has Jamie, that's me, Bondi Blue, and Niecy Dixon. And one of them had stated that, there's a 20-year age gap between Dr. Gregory and Leticia. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's 60, she 40. That's not that big of a deal. Girl, Dr. Gregory is 56 and she is 32. Girl. No, ma'am. And I mean, that age gap isn't horrible, but it's just it makes sense why probably Dr. Heavenly and her gonna be going at it, because Dr. Heavenly probably gonna be sunning her like a child, because majority of the ladies on the cast are in their 50s. Like, I think Quad is the youngest and she's 43, but everybody else, and I think Anila was like in her 40s too, but I think everybody else is like on the cusp of like about to be 50 or in their 50s or 60, like Dr. Jackie. I know that's not relevant to the conversation, but I like it just threw me off when I saw 32. I'm just saying. But let's get into G's foolishness. So y'all, Gordon decided to take himself over to TMZ to let the people know that Mia, she take my money when I'm in need. Oh, she a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she a gold digger. Way over town. That digs on me. Gordon went over there to TMZ to let them know that Mia only wanted me for my money. Like we didn't know that, sir. You not telling us something we didn't know. But let's get into this article. I'm going to read the article first, and then I'm going to play the audio of what he had to say about all of this. So it says, RHOP star Mia Thornton's estranged husband Gordon rips her married me for my money. Mia Thornton's soon-to-be ex-husband Gordon is blasting the Real Housewife for ditching him now that he's in financial trouble. A sure sign, he says, she was gold digging when she said I do. Gordon Thornton tells TMZ Mia only tied the knot with him because she saw the future his resources could provide her. But now that his funds are inaccessible, she's leaving him in search of an upgrade. And get this, Gordon tells us he gave the Real Housewives of Potomac star a hall pass for sex because he knew he couldn't be able to satisfy her sexually due to his age. He's 71 and recently had prostate cancer surgery. Gordon says he thought his hall pass came with an understanding she would be open and honest with him and seeing someone else, but claims she's been sneaking around. What's more, Gordon says she's lying about why she's leaving him and is constantly changing her story, so he's aggravated and wish she would just be honest. TMZ broke the story. Gordon was blindsided when Mia filed legal separation. He was peeved she made it seem like the relationship was perfect on social media when behind the doors she was gearing up to serve him with divorce docs. Gordon tells us Mia's behavior is now starting to affect their children, which is why he's speaking out against her. He says he never wants to be associated with Mia again, says for their co-parenting situation in part because he can't trust her and doesn't believe what she says and doesn't believe she loves him. And that's the end of it. So y'all know the link for the article will be below. So let me play y'all the audio.
Come a time when I probably won't be able to satisfy all your needs. I want you to know that I am okay with you finding what you need elsewhere. I only have two rules. One is, don't give me a reason to look for it. Secondly, keep the kids out of it. As long as you'll do that, I'm fine. Now, what really aggravates me through all of this is that I've given her permission, but yet she still chooses to sneak around, chooses to lie, chooses to continually change her story about what's going on and why she's leaving me and this, that, and the other, and actually not even telling me why. What she's told me, she's told me that this guy's her soulmate. I said, well, babe, you can have the best of both worlds. I've said you can see someone, just don't make it public. Be careful and don't involve the kids. Well, she still was still sneaking around and thinking I didn't know. I mean, I see the phone records. I pay the phone bills. My name's on the account. I see. And I see the calls at 2 o'clock in the morning and the times when I'm away from home and all those kinds of things. So I knew what was going on. But, she made the choice, I guess, to choose him over me. I do agree that Mia married me for my money and the future that she thought I could provide. Yeah, I absolutely believe her leaving me now is tied to the fact that I don't have access to assets and my funds are limited at this point in time, that she now has access to funds. And this guy that she's seeing, she believes has access to funds. And I think she's leaving me for that reason. She's mentioned that they're going to be buying a house together and doing businesses together and other kinds of things together, which tells me that the interest is based on monetary gain from the relationship. So I absolutely believe that she's leaving me because she sees an upgrade. My desire is to never, ever, ever be associated with her again beyond our co-parenting situation.
All right, y'all. So you just heard the audio and I read the article. Again, the description in the description bar, the article will be down there with the audio. So here's my thoughts. I need Gordon to be so expeditiously freaking for real, bro. Freaking for real, because I'm not understanding how you didn't understand your own arrangement. I don't get it. You left your wife and Mia left the man that she was with, because I think he was her husband, to get together. When you plucked Mia from the strip club in North Carolina where they were wearing gowns and serving lobster and steak to your peoples to be together. Mia, and y'all know they say she 38 when I tell y'all she a smooth 45. But let's be real. If Mia is 38, that means when y'all got married, she was 27 and you were 60 because you're 71. In what world do you think a 27-year-old is climbing on top of a 60-year-old man doing the naked Tootsie Roll, as my aunt would say? And it's not but for monetary value. Like, it's clear you wanted somebody young and who was into doing some wild things and a trophy wife, and she wanted to be with a man that had financial means. The means have shriveled up and now she's on to the next. And I'm not saying Gordon doesn't have a right to voice his opinions and his feelings, because he does. Because I can understand being with Mia will probably be frustrating. We've only seen her for 2 years, and Mia frustrates me because Mia deals in fallacies and half-truths. And I get being blindsided thinking that everything's okay. You're giving her this hall pass and thinking like, okay, she's not going to leave me. I told her like, I might not be able to physically satisfy you, but I got you, but we're still together. Like, you can do it. But that's the issue, Gordon. She knew the men could only physically satisfy her, but you had the coin. You no longer have the coin, sir. The coinage is no longer there, okay? So now she's like, okay, the coin's not there, and I'm making my own money from Bravo. I don't have to be with you anymore, and I can be with a man who can get it up without having to take the blue pill. We good. I'm good. Like, the sympathy I have for Gordon, I guess, would only be him feeling blindsided, because I can understand feeling like, okay, we just celebrated my birthday. We was cool up until now. And now, next thing you know, it's divorce documents being signed. But I'm not about to sit here and like accost Mia and be like, oh my God, she's like a gold digger. Clearly, she told us that up front. Up front, she said it off rip. Yeah, I'm with this man for his money. It was clear as day. It was clear as day. And now, just, girl, you, as my daddy would say, you must have been smoking crack. You must have been, if you really thought that girl loved you. Like, in what world is someone that is 27 marrying someone that is 60 and it's not for financial gain? What world? Or fame or anything? Girl. I cannot, bro. I can't. And I'm not about to sit up here and be like, oh, Mia's a go. We know that, and be mad at her. I'm not. Y'all had an arrangement and an understanding, and you didn't hold your deal, your end of the bargain. You lost your money, so you lost her. Now it's time to move on. And the funny thing about this is, I feel like men don't understand this, and it doesn't matter if they're straight or if they're gay. They do not understand that y'all get with these young people and think that they're gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off, and then when it comes time when you're in your later years in life and that person is still young and youthful, they're not gonna want to slow down just to be with you anymore, because they're under the impression that you understand what it was from the beginning. Now, had you got with somebody who was in the same age category or range as you, they are more understanding because they're slowing down too and probably want to do what you want to do. But the worst thing about this, the worst thing that has happened to Mia and Gordon's relationship is Mia being on Bravo, because now Mia probably has the means in order to take care of herself in a way that she has never been able to. And it is what it is. And now she's just kind of like, I'm good on you, bro. And it is what it is. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.